How's it going, Rams? I'm Zeya Highley, and welcome back to your Fort Collins weather forecast for this week. But before we get into it, I want to take a moment to talk about something super that's been going on in the sky. On Monday, we had our first supermoon of 2021, called the Super Pink Full Moon. But if you were outside, you may have noticed that it wasn't actually colored pink. Full moons are beautiful as they are, but they're considered super when they appear larger and brighter in the sky. This happens because the moon's orbit around Earth is not a perfect circle. When the full moon happens on its perigee, or its closest point to the Earth, it looks much bigger in the sky. But why is it called a pink supermoon? According to NASA, this moon got its name from the herb pink moss, which is one of the first flowers that appears in the spring in the United States. Since this supermoon happens early in the springtime, it was named after this flowery moss that shows up right along with it. If you missed out on the supermoon like I did, there's actually another one happening next month on May 26th. In fact, this one will be even closer to the Earth, even though the difference will be pretty hard to spot. And now we can get right into our regularly scheduled weather. So you can see behind me, I have our current conditions in Fort Collins right now. We're at 45 degrees, and the sunset tonight will be at 7:54. But if you want to check out what's left of that super pink moon, our moonrise is at 11:30. So it'll be a waning gibbous. So it's a little bit left of the full moon, but it'll be a little bit smaller than that. And now we can look at our conditions on campus today. Oh my gosh, it was just very beautiful today. We had the grass was super green. The sun was just out in full blast. We had all the beautiful flowers that were in bloom out on the plaza here. But there was not a lot of students on campus because we all are on all online classes. So it was looking pretty dead student-wise. But the animals were out, and all of the wildlife that was on campus was just out and about. We've got this campus squirrels fattening up. We also had lots of bees just pollinating the flowers on the trees that were blooming. And overall, it was just a very beautiful day on campus, super pretty skies. And now we can check out our overnight lows. So across the state, it's looking pretty moderate as well. So you can see over on the eastern side, we've got temperatures in the 40s. Lamar's a little colder at 39. And then as we go down the I-25 corridor, we get colder as well. So we start with Denver at 48, then go down to 44 in Colorado Springs, then Pueblo at 42. And you can see over in the mountains, we're more in the 30s and the 20s. We've got Alamosa pretty cold at 29. Then we stay in the 30s along the mountain range. And then Grand Junction gets up to 48. And now we can check out tomorrow's highs. So tomorrow's looking like a pretty warm day, just like today. We get into the 70s and the 80s. You can see over here we're all in the 80s, and Burlington's at 83, Lamar at 84. And then Colorado Springs and Lyman are in the 70s. And then over on the mountain range as well, we get into the 70s. Telluride's a little bit colder at 60 degrees, but honestly, 60 degrees, I will still definitely take that. That's pretty warm. And then at Grand Junction, we get all the way up to 85. Craig is up to 79. But of course, I bet you're thinking about Fort Collins, so let me talk about it. You can see we have a high of 80 tomorrow and a low of 50, with some really pretty sunny skies just like today. And there's not going to be a lot of cloud cover, so our UV index is an 8 out of 10. And what this means is you should probably be wearing sunscreen. That's what is recommended. And if you look like me, that'll probably be a good idea. And our pollen is moderate, so you can see if you have allergies and things like that, especially to cedar trees, that should be something that you could be looking out for, because those are the kind of pollens that are going to be in the air tomorrow. And lastly, we can check out our 5-day forecast. You can see on Saturday we warm up even more. We get up to 82 with a low of 54. And then on Sunday and Monday, we get the rain hitting us again. So you saw it on Tuesday, and it's coming back for the weekend. We've got Sunday, it's a high of 63 with about a 70% chance of rain. And then we get even more rain on Monday, and it cools down to 44 degrees. Warms up a little bit more on Tuesday with a high of 53 and a low of 36. And that is all I have for you for the weather. But please stick around, because Cam has more information about sports after the break.